On April 16, 2026, a Patna Special POCSO court issued a ruling allowing the prime suspect in a brutal murder to walk free. Manish Ranjan, the hostel owner accused in the case, was released while the investigation was ongoing. His exit from jail was triggered by a technicality in the legal code, rather than the actual merits of the case. Under Indian law, investigating agencies have exactly 90 days from an arrest to file a formal charge sheet detailing their case. If an agency misses that strict paperwork deadline, the accused is legally entitled to walk out of custody. The judge handing down the order was openly critical. The court explicitly called the delay gross negligence on the part of the Central Bureau of Investigation and recommended a formal departmental inquiry into the specific officer handling the case. This procedural failure effectively stalled a high-profile murder investigation, all because a premier federal agency missed a basic paperwork deadline. To understand how this happened, we have to go back to January 6, 2026. A 17-year-old student from Jehanabad, living in Chitragupt Nagar, Patna, to prepare for her medical entrance exams, was found completely unresponsive in her hostel room. She passed away 5 days later. The Patna police were quick to announce a definitive cause of death. They claimed the teenager had tragically taken her own life by overdosing on sleeping pills. The victim's family immediately pushed back. They rejected the suicide narrative entirely and publicly accused the local police of executing a cover-up to protect the people responsible. The family's suspicions were validated a few weeks later. The official forensic and post-mortem reports arrived, completely dismantling the initial police theory. The forensic laboratory confirmed the presence of semen on the student's clothing, providing scientific proof of sexual assault. Furthermore, the autopsy concluded that her death was not an overdose, but the result of strangulation or suffocation. Local law enforcement actively pushed a convenient suicide narrative until undeniable biological evidence forced them to admit a murder had taken place. The resulting public outcry forced the suspension of 2 local police officers, Heman Jha and Rashni Kumari, for negligence and failing to take timely action. By February 2026, the Bihar government realized public trust was broken. They recommended handing the investigation over to India's top federal investigators, the CBI. The CBI was handed a strong starting position. They had clear physical evidence confirming both assault and murder, along with prime suspects already in custody. With the arrest of hostel owner Manish Ranjan, the 90-day legal clock for the CBI to file their official charge sheet began ticking. But as days turned to weeks, the agency remained silent. They failed to file the paperwork within the strict 90-day window, a delay that amplified the victim's family's fears that crucial evidence was being tampered with behind closed doors. By letting the deadline expire, the CBI's inaction effectively rewarded the very same local cover-up they were brought in to investigate. That brings us back to today. The main accused is out on default bail, and the court's strongest available response is a recommendation for internal disciplinary action against a single investigator. Despite having a clear DNA profile from the assault since January, investigators have yet to definitively identify or charge the full list of perpetrators involved in the attack. The victim's family maintains a very specific allegation that this compounding series of missed deadlines and police negligence was actually a coordinated effort to shield highly influential people from facing trial. With the prime suspect released and the remaining attackers still unidentified, the legal framework intended to secure justice has largely collapsed. The Patna NEET case demonstrates that cutting-edge forensic science means very little if local police look the other way, and premier federal agencies miss basic filing deadlines. The result is a system that paves the way for alleged killers to walk free.